Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The leaf of a conifer. Annoy or provoke, as by constant criticism. He needled her with his sarcastic remarks. A stylus that formerly made sound by following a groove in a phonograph record. A sharp-pointed implement, usually steel. A slender pointer for indicating the reading on the scale of a measuring instrument. Prick with a needle. The leaf of a conifer. A pointed instrument that is used to prod into a state of motion. Stab or urge on as if with a pointed stick. Give heart or courage to. A verbalization that encourages you to attempt something. Annoy or provoke, as by constant criticism. Urge with or as if with a goad. A stylus that formerly made sound by following a groove in a phonograph record. A leaf that is not divided into parts. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Evoke or provoke to appear or occur. Her behavior provoked a quarrel between the couple. Provide the needed stimulus for. Annoy continually or chronically. Annoy continually or chronically. This man harasses his female coworkers. Exhaust by attacking repeatedly. Harass the enemy. Annoy continually or chronically. Decorate or cover lavishly, as with gems. Assail or attack on all sides. The zebra was beset by leopards. Annoy continually or chronically. Annoy continually or chronically. Annoy continually or chronically. Annoy continually or chronically. Make a pillaging or destructive raid on a place, as in war times. Annoy continually or chronically. He is known to harry his staff when he is overworked. Any epidemic disease with a high death rate. Cause to suffer a blight. A swarm of insects that attack plants. A plague of grasshoppers. Annoy continually or chronically. A serious, sometimes fatal, infection of rodents caused by Yersinia pestis and accidentally transmitted to humans by the bite of a flea that has bitten an infected animal. An annoyance. Those children are a damn plague. Any large-scale calamity, especially when thought to be sent by God. Annoy continually or chronically. Harass or assault sexually. Make indecent advances to. Disorderly fighting. Annoy continually or chronically. An angry disturbance. A pointed tool for writing or drawing or engraving. He drew the design on the stencil with a steel stylus. A sharp-pointed device attached to the cartridge of a record player. Pursue to a conclusion or bring to a successful issue. He implemented a new economic plan. Ensure observance of laws and rules. Apply in a manner consistent with its purpose or design. Implement a procedure. Instrumentation. A piece of equipment or tool, used to effect an end. A strong, slender, smooth-haired dog of Spanish origin having a white coat with brown or black patches, scents out and points to game. Computer science. Indicator consisting of a movable spot of light, an icon, on a visual display. Moving it allows the user to point to commands or screen positions. A mark to indicate a direction or relation. An indicator is on a dial. Insulting terms of address for people who are stupid or irritating or ridiculous. Stab or urge on as if with a pointed stick. A depression scratched or carved into a surface. The act of puncturing with a small point. He gave the balloon a small prick. Raise. The dog pricked up his ears. Make a small hole into, as with a needle or a thorn. The nurse pricked my finger to get a small blood sample. Cause a prickling sensation. Deliver a sting to. Cause a stinging pain. The needle pricked his skin. Obscene terms for penis. To cause a sharp emotional pain. The thought of her unhappiness pricked his conscience. Cause a stinging or tingling sensation. A small sharp pointed tip resembling a spike on a stem or leaf. Make a small hole into, as with a needle or a thorn. Cause a prickling sensation. A needle with a hook on the end, used in crocheting. A needle with a hook on the end, used in crocheting. A print produced by dry point engraving. A steel needle for engraving without acid on a bare copper plate. A hollow needle. Needle consisting of a slender rod with pointed ends, usually used in pairs. A large needle used to sew up canvas packages. Slender-bodied non-stinging insect having iridescent wings that are outspread at rest. Adults and nymphs feed on mosquitoes, etc. A needle used in sewing to pull thread through cloth. Be oriented. The weather vane points north. Sail close to the wind. Repair the joints of bricks. Point a chimney. Any of 32 horizontal directions indicated on the card of a compass. He checked the point on his compass. Be a signal for or a symptom of. Her behavior points to a severe neurosis. A specific identifiable position in a continuum or series or especially in a process. A distinct part that can be specified separately in a group of things that could be enumerated on a list. The main point on the agenda was taken up first. An outstanding characteristic. His acting was one of the high points of the movie. A V shape. The cannibal's teeth were filed to sharp points. A contact in the distributor. As the rotor turns, its projecting arm contacts them and current flows to the spark plugs. The dot at the left of a decimal fraction. Direct into a position for use. Point a gun. Indicate a place, direction, person, or thing, either spatially or figuratively. He pointed to the empty parking space. The property of a shape that tapers to a sharp tip. The gun muzzle's direction. He held me up at the point of a gun. A V-shaped mark at one end of an arrow pointer. The point of the arrow was due north. An isolated fact that is considered separately from the whole. A point of information. A wall socket. An instant of time. At that point I had to leave. A very small circular shape. A row of points. Direct the course. Determine the direction of traveling. Give a point to. Intend something, to move towards a certain goal. A punctuation mark, placed at the end of a declarative sentence to indicate a full stop or after abbreviations. A brief version of the essential meaning of something. Get to the point. A distinguishing or individuating characteristic. He knows my bad points as well as my good points. A geometric element that has position but no extension. A point is defined by its coordinates. A linear unit used to measure the size of type, approximately 1/72 inch. A promontory extending out into a large body of water. They sailed south around the point. A style in speech or writing that arrests attention and has a penetrating or convincing quality or effect. Be positionable in a specified manner. The gun points with ease. Indicate the presence of game by standing and pointing with the muzzle. The dog pointed the dead duck. Mark, a psalm text, to indicate the points at which the music changes. Mark, Hebrew words, with diacritics. Mark with diacritics. Point the letter. 1% of the total principal of a loan. It is paid at the time the loan is made and is independent of the interest on the loan. Sharp end. He stuck the point of the knife into a tree. The object of an activity. What is the point of discussing it? The precise location of something, a spatially limited location. She walked to a point where she could survey the whole street. The unit of counting in scoring a game or contest. He scored 20 points in the first half. The organ of sight. Look at. An area that is approximately central within some larger region. They were in the eye of the storm. A small hole or loop, as in a needle. The thread wouldn't go through the eye. Attention to what is seen. He tried to catch her eye. Good discernment, either visually or as if visually. She has an eye for fresh talent. Needlework on which you are working with needle and thread. She put her sewing back in the basket. Joining or attaching by stitches.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.